Right. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to coffee talk or coffee convo, whatever it is that I'm gonna decide on later. And basically, this is gonna just be a video of me talking. This episode in particular is what art means to me and how it can mean to you. And I don't know how long the video is gonna be, but oh my god, please be on focus, cause if it's not in focus, I'll be so pissed. But yeah, you know what? So yeah, all right. In this video or in this episode, I would say, it's just I'm gonna talk about how much art means to me and how it could potentially affect you a lot, and how it could mean a lot to you as well. And yeah, let me take a sip of my coffee. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, that's so good. And by the way, I don't usually wear my beanie like this because I don't know. I used to be bald, so yeah. And yeah, okay, but yeah, basically the story of how I got into art. I actually don't know. It just happens. And yeah, I mean, I used to play in a band back then in high school. If I have the photo, like I wish I could show you, but I don't have the photo right now or any videos at all. So basically, I used to play in the band. I'm like the guitarist and vocalist. And after I entered college, I stopped playing music because I just don't have the time to. And yeah, like college takes a huge loads of time from my life, my 3 years, yes, but I graduated. Yay! Insert that yay sound. Yeah. I entered college. I majored in fashion and retailing. So yeah, I'm a fashion student, guys, but I can't design for shit. I can just sell you shit. But yeah, first of all, let's get into fashion. How I chose this major. So back then, I used to be like this very quiet guy. I'm not an outgoing kind of guy. I tend to just stay at home and play video games because that's how I am. That's how I was. So I used to be very low in self-confidence, low in self-esteem, until I discovered fashion. I discovered fashion and I start dressing up. I won't say good, but it was good at that time. Okay, it was decent. And I felt like, oh, you know what, I'm actually feeling good. And I'm more confident, and automatically I'm more outgoing. I felt like, okay, you know what, maybe this is my major. Because this is how I think. And maybe people can feel better when they discover fashion. And oh my god, fuck, something went in my eye. Okay, and that's when I felt like, okay, I'm gonna take this degree, I'm gonna major in fashion, and I'm gonna inspire people. I'm gonna tell people that they're amazing in their own way. And so I took fashion, and sooner or later in my uni life, I met this one guy, bro. His name is Gary. Gary, I know that you're gonna watch this video. I am so 100% sure, because I'm gonna forward this video to you later on. But yeah, I met this guy, and he's a photographer. And so, into photography. Before I entered uni, I remember there's this period of time where I didn't do shit. Before I entered uni, I would try around with photography, and my dad has a Olympus Pen EPL1, a mirrorless camera, and I'm currently using a Sony A7 II. So I'm a huge fan of mirrorless. I'm not hating on DSLR, okay, but yeah. So basically, I had that camera, and I was shooting a lot, shooting here and there, but I don't really know much about photography. And I took my camera to uni, and I met Gary. And for me to meet another photographer that is really passionate, I was very new at that time. And we started to hang out a lot, we talk about photography a lot, and eventually we became housemates, and that's when we start going crazy with our photography. Like, we will shoot like non-stop every day, and yeah, it just kept going, man. Like, it just kept going and going. And so fast forward, because I don't want to like talk too much about it, because I feel like there'll be like another video of its own, my photography path. And yeah, so eventually I started to discover music, and I discovered Beyond Horizon. Like, I'm a part of a duo. I was a part of a duo, Beyond Horizon, but eventually, we decided to like, let's put it on the hold, because like, my partner gotta do his own thing and I gotta do my own thing, and so I'm gonna go solo. Hopefully soon, I'll be able to release some songs, or a song, a single. But yeah, so as you can see, oh, by the way, I missed out this part. Shit. So I missed this part of uni as well. I discovered dancing because, okay, Gary is a photographer and he's also a b-boy, and that kind of got me into like hip hop as well. Even though I don't b-boy, I don't spin and shit, but it's so freaking cool. I wish I could. Dancing was also a part of my life, you could say. I'm not like those pro like dancers like on the dance floor like, bro, yeah. Nah, I'm not like that, sadly. But yeah, I do dance a bit. My friend teaches me here and there. Like, other than Gary, I have other dancer friends like Keith, Aaron. If you guys are watching this, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. I miss you guys so much. Fuck. And yeah, basically, you can really tell like I'm surrounded by all these different art forms and how amazing it is, And a huge part of my life is, to be honest, is hip hop culture, I am someone who lives in this realm of art, and I felt like art is just, it's more than what you think it is. It's more than just painting. It's more than just photography. It's more than just music, but it's like, it's that essence in life, man, where you actually take art so seriously, and it really affects your day-to-day basis and how you look at things, how you perceive things. Art is a huge part of my life, and it means a lot to me. Like, when I was on my lowest point, I felt like art is there to like to let me like to let me what do you call this, fuck, to let me express my emotion, express my feelings, tells my story in all these beautiful art forms. Like, I can tell my story in my photograph, which you can see. You can check out my Instagram at Falwin Horison. I'm gonna put it here. I don't know the framing, guys. I'll put it somewhere here. But yeah, like, I can tell my story through my photographs. I can write music, based on my shit. All these things, like, it tells this story. The more art form I discovered, the more I can tell all this story in a different way. And I felt like that is a huge deal for me, because like, I love art. Like, who doesn't, man? Like, who doesn't listen to music? Who doesn't like to look at photographs? Who doesn't like to groove, I guess. But yeah, like, art is amazing. Like, it really oh my god, I'm going on and on about this, but okay, basically, art changes my life and how I look at things, and how in general, like, I perceive things. It changes my perspective. It makes me, I feel like I'm more open towards people. Art is beautiful, man. Like, I couldn't even like tell you guys how much art means, not only to me but to the whole world. Because, okay, this is my philosophy. Okay, philosophy. Okay, this is my point of view. Everything is art, and art is everything. Like, everything that's around us, that is art. And everything that we see, everything that we wear, everything that we use, it's art. The fact that it even happened in the first place, like, it's a huge deal, man. And it takes creativity. Like, even cars, even bikes, those takes like creative shit going on in your head to be able to like come up with something like that in the first place, man. So art is huge, and art is so broad. And like, oh my god, I'm saying that a lot, and I'm saying, like, but yeah, art is huge, art is very broad, and art is very wide. So like, you can't say like art is just music, art is a paintings, art is designs and this. No, man, like, everything is art. Like, even for business students, man, like, how you make money, how you think of making money in the first place, that's creativity, man. That's art right there. Like, people might not be able to think of the way that you think, if that makes sense. Like, everyone has their own creativity, everyone has their art, everyone has that creativity, artsy fartsy shit in them, and how I do my shit is different than how people do their shit. How I take my photos, is different than how Gary would take photos. We have our sense of like creativity, and everyone is free to express themselves with art. So this is how much art means to me, and how it could mean to you is completely different than how it might affect me. But I'm just saying, like, if you're feeling down sometimes, if you're in general just had a bad day, or having a bad day, and you just seem lost, it might not be a day or two, but it might be this one period of time in your life where you felt like, oh, nothing is going well, and you're just feeling shitty. Okay, try to get into art, whatever it is, whatever form of art it is, music. You might not be a writer, you might not be a producer, but you could be a I don't know, music enthusiast, like music listener. I don't know, like, art makes you happy, art will make you happy. And always keep this in mind, like, art is more than how it is portrayed in the society, or in your circle, or in the world. Because I truly feel like art is more than what it is. Like, there are a lot of things about art that we might not know, and everyone is an artist on their own, and everyone has their creative side. It's just, you gotta discover it, man. You gotta explore it. Explore it. Does that even make sense? I mean, you gotta explore them, man. Like for me, I tried to like explore as many art forms as possible, and you could too. Like, you could explore music, photography, videography, coffee brewing, because I'm really into coffee as well. I'm just mentioning everything that I like, actually. um 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 but yeah, you get the idea. Like, art is everything. And yeah, okay, this is one heck of a long video. I think I'm gonna cut shit in the editing. I think I'm gonna cut this part as well. But yeah, so this is an episode of what art means to me, and how it can mean to you. And this is coffee convo, or coffee talk, I don't know. I'm gonna decide on it while editing. Peace out. No, wait, come back. I know this channel is fairly new, okay, but please do like, comment, share, subscribe if you want to be, if you enjoy it, you can subscribe. Peace out.